Hi, I'm Chris with Ricker Forge, and today I'm going to be making a throw-in spike, or Shurikens. I don't even know how to say it, but I'm going to be using 3/8 mild steel. Basically going to taper them down. They're going to be about 6 inches long, tapered down, and then I'm going to clean it up, take some of the harsh edges off, and then give it a good spike. So as far as having it hardened, so they're not gonna be cutting, so you don't really need a hard edge. It's basically just a straight puncture. So that's, mild steel has a lot of give on it, so it should work out good. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so let's go ahead and get these marked. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to measure these out. So I'm going to aim for about 6 inches. So I'm going to actually I mark them out 5.5 because I'm going to be drawing them down. Okay, so go ahead and get these all marked out to 5.5, and then go ahead and give them a cut. All right, here we go. Got them all marked. Five and a half inches. So my goal is to make 4. I made cut extra 2, just in case I mess up. I tend to do that. It's always a good idea to have a little bit of extra stock cut in case you mess up. But I went ahead and I'm going to go ahead and get the forge fired up. And we'll go ahead and draw this out to a taper on one end. I'll hit that 6-inch mark, and then I'll go ahead and clean up and give that spike a good look. Now, I don't want to make this look machined. I want to have it have a hand forged look to it. So as far as the taper on the end, I'm actually going to kind of keep it, I guess, more diamond shaped. rather than smooth, perfect circle. I just want to give it a little bit of a characteristic. Now, tapering it down and making it a perfect cone is fairly simple to do, but I want to give this a little bit more of a, yeah, a little bit of a kick. All right, let's see here. Let's get that forge fired up. Hey, give it some gas. All right, here we go. Drop these in. Actually, I need to heat up one end. Irons in the fire, baby. Okay, so draw this taper down. This material is only 3/8 square stock, so really don't need to worry about drawing it down at the horn. Not too difficult to move this material. So what I'm doing is I'm rotating. That way it's an even taper. Go ahead and grab another one. So the taper is about 1 inch, I would say, of material. Is where I'm moving it. I don't plan on cutting any material off. That way there's more weight behind each spike. I've seen some people will actually add weight. Tape on the backside, some type of tape. I've seen some of these spikes made with little cloth, flags on the backside. So I'm choked up quite a bit on my hammer. I usually do that when I'm doing more smaller works. It just seems to be a little easier for accuracy when you're working with smaller stock. Also, when you are doing tapers, just to save the face of your anvil, just always bring it to the edge. I might not even have to grind a tip into this. Probably just hammer it in. I'll give it a little tip. This would look pretty sweet with a tip, but I know I want to make it with a twist, but I don't want to make it more functional than visually pleasing. And I know by doing the old Google, YouTube research and taking a look at different types of these, it seems that you have to keep it, for the most part, if you want to throw them correctly, you want to keep that surface at least smooth and flat. That way your finger can glide on it if you want to throw them straight. I guess like the secondary part of the throw, you have to kind of glide your finger across it, and that's what gives it I should say the correct spin. So it straightens out. These are a Japanese style weapon. Alright, so I got most of the points done, except for the first one. Get this one. Okay. I mean, they would basically work like that, but I'm going to give them one more little modification. Also, I'm gonna knock off the back parts. I could grind them off, but I'll probably just knock them off. Actually, okay. So here's I'm gonna actually take I'm gonna take these little taper corners, and I'm gonna hammer them flat, give them like a diamond look. Kind of reminds me of a pineapple twist. Kind of just putting that little hammer. Oh, these are pretty sick looking now. That's about the only decorative element I'm going to give these. I'm not going to do anything else to them because I want them to function good. And then obviously I'll take this tip to the grinder. That would work the way it is, but I want to keep it set. Also, one benefit about most of that mass is it's going to give it a little extra weight. Just take that all the way down. check the measurement too, because I don't want to make them too short. It's supposed to be around 6 inches. Slightly perfect. When I do, when I hit that tip with the grinder, it'll take it right to 6. Stealth fighters. That tip. What it kind of reminds me of. That's got that a little more diamond shape to it. So I'm making them all even as well. Doing some research. People actually use the tape on the backside to balance them out even more and to easily grab the right place and set it in the right place. But there's another added benefit to put tape on these. Polishing and finish on these, I am going to beeswax blacken these. So essentially, I'm going to burn beeswax into it. So not just coat it in beeswax, but actually burn the beeswax into the steel. It gives it a much darker finish. These things are pretty sweet though. I'll give it a quick test. I'll give them a test when I'm all finished, but these are ultimately going to someone else, but that actually knows how to use them. Alright, so let's go ahead and blacken them with beeswax. Go ahead and get that step done. That way, actually, I might just, what I'll do is I'll go ahead and grind out the tip and then blacken them after. Might work out a little better. I think it will have a more uniform look if I do that. So I'm going to go ahead and cool these down, grind them out, and then Now that I got them cooled down a bit, I'm gonna go ahead and knock off some of the harsh edges. Just keep some of that weight. So you can do this cold. Everybody forgets you can blacksmith cold. Just as long as you're not trying to move material. And then, so basically, I keep all those rough edges off. I'm going to take just a little bit of these rough edges off on the sides. I wouldn't consider this forging, I would just consider this cleaning up. So instead of having to take a grinder to do it, you can literally just do that. Basically cleans it right up. I could have forged the point on as well, but I kind of wanted to make that very tip. I think it will draw him a little better. That very, very tip. Okay. So yeah, I don't recommend moving material cold. Just clean up some of these edges. Okay, so go ahead and gonna grind just a stubby, more inward tip. Okay, so what that's the theory behind it, and because I made punches before and different items, if you have that weight stacked behind it, it's going to keep that end better for a longer period of time. This will obviously have to be redressed after a little while. But that is, it's pretty sharp to the touch. I'm going to leave that up to the buyer to if they want to sharpen it more. But this would be enough to do practice runs with. It could be sharpened a little bit more, but I'm just going to leave it at that. I'll go ahead and I did clean up the tail end a little bit because there were little bit of cold shut type of looking lips were being formed. So I went ahead and just cleaned that up on that tail end. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat the process to the rest of the other 5. And then I'll do a couple, go ahead and blacken it, and we'll go ahead and do a couple throws. Okay, look at that. Went ahead and got them all cleaned up. Now I'm going to blacken them. So go ahead and kick the forge on again, get them hot, and go ahead and blacken them up. Alright, I'm not going to get them red hot, I'm just going to get them hot. And then go ahead and run them over with some beeswax. I'm going to use a dish for this one. Essentially, I burn it in. So when you burn beeswax in, you just get the metal hot enough where it's past the point of critical. Beeswax will combust. Basically just burning the beeswax. It gives it that darker color rather than just actually finishing it with a low temperature beeswax coat. Best way to describe it is like quenching the steel in a beeswax, and it will give a very nice finish. extremely nice finish. So yeah, that's basically what you do. You just quenching it right in that beeswax. So what I have set up here is I call it a beeswax board. I've been doing this ever since I blacksmith. Just whenever I do work with beeswax, I'll do it over a, it's kind of like a heavy duty composite board, and the beeswax will build up over time. It's a good way to not waste beeswax, and also it's extremely beneficial when you're doing a run of items. When you do stuff like this, though, make sure you have ventilation going out of your shop. And also, make sure you're wearing glasses or safety goggles, something to keep splashback, because this is hot wax. I really enjoy the way this looks. By far, beeswax finish is one of my most favorite look. And also keep in mind, ideally you don't want the beeswax to combust and basically light up like a candle. You want it to just burn into the steel. So keep in mind that if you have your steel too hot and you put it into the beeswax or on beeswax, the beeswax will light on fire. It is a fuel. It will combust. Just like an oil will combust at a certain temperature. Man, these are so nice coming out. They look pretty neat. Alright, let's see here. Okay, if it seems like it's smoking too much, then it's probably going to about to combust into a flame, and you want to take it out. This is by far my most favorite finish that you can do to a steel. This gives it such a great look. All right, last one. So yeah, I'm gonna let these cool down a bit. Go ahead and give one a throw. I'm not a professional by any stretch, so I'm just gonna do a very close throw. Okay. That should keep them from rusting for a little while, or as long as they're kept in a dry place and not exposed to moisture too often. Yeah, I guess you got a little bonus in my wax board. Ricker Ford trade secret right there. It's a great thing. I would suggest if you ever work with beeswax and you like that darkened look, that wax, if you keep recycling that wax, it just gets darker over time, especially on a board like that. All right, so let's go ahead and give it a quick throw. Now it's not going to be a full body throw. I'm just going to throw it against my Hardy, not my Hardy, but my swage block little holder, and get one to stick at least. All right, here we go. Okay, so watch just a little bit of throwing. So, and also I'm gonna be kind of sitting a little bit when I do it. So let's go ahead and give it a shot. Oh. I am not good at this. Probably need a lot of practice to get good at doing this. I gotta get one to stick. Oh, that actually almost pierced through that aluminum. There we go.